Strip down.
So there's my green gray.
That's really flaky.
Yeah.
I like it.
So the inside is actually a different color. It's not a huge difference, but it is different.
Oh, you know what we should have done? A 4-door.
After getting the car back to the shop, the guys took a few minutes to check it out, admire it, and contemplate what was to come.
Let's take a look here.
Then, it was time to get back to work.
All right, so I got all the studs on. I got our caliper bracket on. So we're gonna go ahead and put these brakes together. And again, you'll see this rotor just fits just absolutely perfect. Next thing is, I'll get these brakes all mounted up. So we got the Brembo 4 pistons for the back, 6 pistons for the front. I'll go ahead and get this all assembled now. You guys don't need to watch that, it's kind of boring, but we'll come back to this after we got it all done. All right, you can see I got this all assembled, everything's torqued down, Loctited, NACs, all the good stuff. This one's all done. I'm gonna move over to the other side, do the same thing, but this is pretty much where this axle is gonna be. As a matter of fact, it might be an inch higher, and it's really, really tucked up underneath this thing. This is gonna sit really low. But yeah, those brakes look good. Of course they do, they're Brembo. And then we're gonna check in a little bit and start working on the tailgate. Couple parts we didn't have before the car went to paint, before the parts went to get plated. The steering arms are one of them. We had to machine these, then we had to plate them, and we didn't really have all the components together, but now we do. So now we're gonna make the links that connect the steering arm to the rack and pinion steering. When we're all done, we'll probably send it out and get plated down the road here. But you can see we got our FK bearings. It's a high misalignment rod end here. And we got our tube ends. So now we just got to make the tube that connects it. It's a pretty simple process, but we'll kind of run you through it so you can see how it goes down. So I got it all set up here. And I got my jam nuts on. I got the amount of threads I want left on the rod end and on the steering rack. So now it's all mocked up. You can just like simply measure that with your caliper and go make it. We'll run over the lathe and machine this up. All right, so I cut a piece of chrome moly tubing. I'm just gonna face this off. Deburr it. All right, this side I'm gonna true up, then we'll measure it, see where we're at. I'm gonna take about 150 off of it. And instead of measuring it, I can just check this gauge here. And as long as our material doesn't slip in the jaws, it'll be right on. All right, that takes care of the inside. We use a file on the outside. And you know, it's probably not 100% necessary to do the outside because your weld will just melt that in. But you know, it's kind of just ensuring that you're not going to cut yourself. So in this case, we can just probably move this out instead of taking it all apart. That's about perfect. So what we'll do, I'll make the other side, make it exactly the same length and everything. We'll tack this together, weld it around, do the plug welds. Then we got to retap the whole thing. Then we'll just kind of check it and make sure everything's good. It is really important after we weld this to retap both sides. And keep in mind, this is a right-hand thread, and this is a left-hand thread on the rod end. So you got to make sure you have left-hand taps, which the average guy doesn't always have. So make sure you have that ready. All right, we'll go do some more stuff.